Hey guys.
Alright folks, we're here today to check out a video because I want to. Now, I discovered this band with their upcoming latest record, Sentiments, and I've been in love ever since I pressed play that very first time. So I've never seen this video, but I definitely know the song because it's one of my favorites from the album. But I want to introduce some of you out there who've never heard of Cabin Boy Jump Ship, which is a fucking badass name if I've ever seen one. And I want you to check this out because I've played you a few songs in the car,
Yeah.
but I on purpose didn't play this one. So this is going to be a new song for you, new video for me, and let's all get on board of this ship. Let's
Yeah.
not jump ship.
I mean,
let's stay on board of this
I
ship.
I already know I'm gonna like this today. I like the other songs, so I feel like there's
This is a banger.
okay.
All right. So are you ready?
Yeah.
I'm fed up of feeling low, and in a world so dark it's hard to stay positive, especially when your thoughts are deluded. Each day consists of a war inside my head. Everyone is the same, fighting their own ghosts that haunt them. It's no cure for self-doubt, because I don't know what it is. I've realised I've spent my whole life trying to perfect an art, but at the end of the day, my mind tells me my work isn't good enough. Anxiety kicks in and forces me to believe that my ideas will never be successful. Depression shortly follows because I feel like it's time to give up. These are my demons.
Do you feel like you're all alone? No one around for you to hold. Wanna know how to take back control? Well, I let demons into my home. I give every day to receive nothing but believing. For a year that I've worked for energy. Now I'm stuck in this world of energy. Intoxication and out with the past. It's a shame this train but doesn't last. Counting down the days of the shame. I'm lost in my head again. I feel like we are separating. Humanity has started a cave in. It doesn't matter when it's all said and done. They have been dying at the end of our time. I feel like we are separating. Humanity has started a cave in. It doesn't matter when it's all said and done. They have been dying at the end of our sons. Do you feel like you could start a war? Don't know what you're fighting for. Wanna know how to take back control? Well, I let demons into my soul. I try every day. Tell me if that is staying on. Every day in bed of joy, I am of this. I don't think breathing in blood will so good. Until I made it to my darkest days. How long am I gonna be this way? I'm making motions where they may explain. I lose myself for pain. I hate the pain, but I'm in love with the cause. For heaven's sake, it's unreplayable and over. I feel like we are separating. Humanity has started a cave in. It doesn't matter
By the way, these are two songs in one, because that intro at the beginning, that's actually the track Sentiments. That's the opening track of the album. So for you guys watching this, you're actually getting two songs with one video. Sentiments, the opening intro, and then Demons, song number 2 on the track list. All right. So before I open my mouth, and don't shut up about this band, because I'm totally in love with this band.
Yeah, you are.
I need to hear from you first.
You are a big fan of this band. For the past couple of days, you've been listening to them nonstop. And I can see why. Definitely, I can see why. God, that drummer has some good pipes.
He does.
That guy has some really, really good pipes. I mean, it has... You said they're categorized as like...
electronic core. That's what they call themselves, electronic core.
But I feel like the... to put electronic in your kind of description of what you guys are, you would expect a lot more electronic element. You'd expect the electronic element to be kind
more
of...
predominant?
More predominant, but... You know,
you do get it more in some other songs,
but
not necessarily on this one.
Not in this one. And some other songs, then you wouldn't categorize yourself as just that.
I actually feel like, after listening to the whole album 100 times, I actually feel like I'm not a huge fan of that genre, of that category that they put them. Maybe the previous record, they only have 2 albums, and I think 2 albums with this new one and 2 EPs. I discovered them with this record, so I'm not familiar with their previous material, so maybe it was a little bit more of that in the previous material. But one of the reasons why I love this album so much is that I felt like the electronic elements of the record, and you hear them in this song, they're there to kind of help the track, but not to be the track.
Yeah.
And I think that's where they got me. Because if the whole song was driven by electronic elements, by synthesizers and whatever... I don't know if it would have this. It would have the same appeal. It still feels like a fucking heavy song with heavy drums, heavy guitars, heavy vocals, and then the electronic elements are there to create a little bit of atmosphere, to create a little bit of ambiance.
They create the atmosphere, and then the fucking guitars and the rest of the heaviness kind of takes the drive of the song.
I agree, and it's pretty much the same way throughout. I mean, give it or take, but I got that same feel from the rest of the album.
I enjoyed literally everything of this song. I enjoyed the fact that. Yeah, the synthesizer and the stuff wasn't really overpowering. It was perfectly in the background, but enough to kind of give the song a little bit of a spice. The harsh vocals, big fan of the harsh vocals. I like the screaming harsh vocals. But in a band like this, you know what I always say. The clean vocals are the things
very
you
incredible.
can't... They're the thing you literally, in this genre, you can't fuck up. Because if you fuck it up, then it makes it bad. Doesn't matter how good everything else is. The clean vocals are bad. The song's bad.
There's a track on this album that's pretty much, I would say, for 80% of that song, it's piano and the clean vocals. And it's phenomenal.
I need to listen to that because his clean vocals are beautiful. His clean vocals are beautiful. So I'd love to hear that.
There's no harsh vocals on that track. I think there is some towards the end of the song, because the song starts to become a little bit heavier as it gets towards the end of it. But I would say for 80%, maybe 85% of the track is clean vocals and just piano. It's as close as you'll ever get to a metalcore ballad. As close as you ever get to that. It's fucking phenomenal. The whole album is phenomenal. I want to add a couple of things here. That intro is really interesting because one of the reasons, or one of the things that I highlighted on the review that's coming up in the next couple of days, that I recorded already, is that intro doesn't just set up the song that comes after. That intro sets up the whole album, because the whole album is really introspective. It's really about demons, in terms of our own inner demons and the things that we're faced with. Depression, the darkness within, the world around us, all of that stuff. So I really like the intro for this record, which is the intro for this song. Not just because it sets up the track that comes next, which every intro should always do that. Yeah. Otherwise, what's the point of having a fucking intro if the intro just stands alone and does absolutely dick all? It has to kind of give you a sense of sequence. But I really, really put this intro above a lot others because it gives you a microcosms of not just what's coming next, but what's going to come down the line. Because the whole record, from a lyrical perspective, and even from the mood that puts you in, you can go back into that intro, listen to that intro again, and you find how that intro starts to spread out and have an impact on every single song on this record. So really interesting, creating an intro that doesn't just connect with how you get started on the record,
But
but
connect
connect
with
with the
everything.
whole record. So shout out to them for doing something a little bit different, a little bit outside the box. At least I felt that way listening to this record. Now the vocals are phenomenal. The harsh vocals, the clean vocals, the dynamic. I think it's really important to have that strong dynamic for a band like this, specifically for an album that's this emotionally driven. It feels at times when you listen to this record that you're reading a diary, because every song feels so personal, and you
Yeah.
get that yin and yang of harsh vocals, clean vocals. That dynamic is phenomenal. You saw it here, absolutely phenomenal. It's like the peaks and valleys. You know what I mean? But it's a track. When you look at Demons, this track, it's a song that it's very bipolar, and I feel like the whole album is very bipolar. Either you're up here with the aggression, the heavy vocals, the heavy sound, or you're down here with a more melodic, clean There's nothing like in between. You go from one to the other and back up again, and there's nothing in between. There's no like transition in between. No, you just go from feeling exhilarated with a heaviness and aggression, or feeling absolutely in the pit of darkness at the bottom with a more melodic, melancholic side. Do you agree?
Yeah,
It's absolutely phenomenal. This track is magnificent.
it is. And the songs I've listened to, I've really enjoyed. So
Now, we cannot call it a day on this video without mentioning the incredible stance of the bass player. Dude, that was... He had each foot in 2 different area codes. That's how wide the fucking guy was. Like, one was in England and the other one was in fucking Scotland. The guy was stretched out. Like, stretched out. His bum was probably touching Ireland. Like, the guy was fucking stretched. I don't think I've ever seen a stand like that on a bass. It was fucking crazy. Crazy. And now I said that we were going to add one more thing, but I have one more. You know, we keep talking about bands like this that have to incorporate some of their own, some of their own ethnicity
yeah.
into the blast and all of that shit. I think there was some room for some bruv. And then a heavy
I
breakdown.
feel like Bruv is more of like a hardcore thing, though.
Yeah, but I think you can... Yeah, true enough. I guess the guys from
I think
Malevolence could do the bruv.
I feel these guys and like Architects. I think like their type thing is just having the accent, because you can.
Having the accent? What? Like,
Well, having the
you can't
accent.
say... So Architects cannot say bruv?
No, but I'm saying their thing is having the like. Their thing is that they can sing, even though a lot of people from England, when they sing, they kind of lose their accent.
That is true.
They keep it because it kind of adds something to the song.
did
I can't listen to Architects without the accent.
Did you know that people who stutter, when they sing, they don't stutter anymore?
I do know that too.
Yeah, it's incredible, the things that happen
Just
when
go
you're
around,
singing.
exactly.
Just go around singing if you have a stutter. I think that's the best solution. But the accent thing is also true. But I think both bands, Architects, which by the way, somebody referred to Architects the other day as orchestral blackcore.
Blackcore.
Orchestral blackcore. It's a new genre. But I think both of these bands could incorporate a bruv
Both of them.
before a breakdown, before a heavy breakdown.
maybe.
Bruv. But it has to be with harsh vocals.
Has
you,
to.
you can listen. You cannot come in with some clean vocals on a bruv. The bruv calls for heavy, harsh vocals.
Yeah.
The heavier, the better. I'm just saying. Just putting it out there. Cabin Boy Jump Shipped. I must say, the name was strange, and that's kind of why I actually picked up the album to listen to and review it. And I'm fucking happy that I did it. It's absolutely glorious. If you guys haven't pre-ordered the album yet, do it. Do it now. Be a man or a woman or whatever the fuck you are.
do the right thing.
Do the right thing. Just fucking pre-order this shit. This album is fire. These people are on fire. Who sings that song?
What? This, is that Rihanna?
Is it?
I think so.
Rain is on fire or whatever. Doesn't Adele also...
This girl is on fire.
This girl's on fire. But doesn't Adele also say that she wants to set fire to the rain?
Yeah. That's what it is.
I don't know how you're going to do that. Adele is full of big dreams and big hopes, but I don't know. It is what it is. It is what it is. I'm going to keep it at that. I don't want to push any boundaries here.
Yeah.
I was going to say something
I know,
that was going to be so inappropriate.
It's fine.
That's not even funny.
It's fine.
All right, call it a day. Cabin Boy Jump Shipped. The song is Demons. The album is Sentiment. Go pick it up. Pre-order it. We'll see you guys at the next video.
See ya.